Hello, today we're going to be doing some EFT tapping around leadership. So EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. It is based on traditional Chinese medicine, so it's related to the field of acupuncture and meridian points. And the idea behind EFT tapping is that negative emotions are connected to like disruptions in our energy. So everything is energy, and when there is a disruption in the flow of the energy in our body, that's when we can really attach to these negative emotions and maybe start to fixate or dwell on them. And so by tapping on these different meridian points that we're going to go through, you can feel the emotion. So the goal is never to ignore the emotion, it's to feel it, to truly feel the emotion, and then allow yourself to work and move through it. So we're going to go through and tap on some different meridian points, and I'm going to be reciting some common limiting beliefs around leadership. We're going to go through 2 rounds where I'll be saying the limiting beliefs that I'm aware of that people have shared with me, and we're going to check in after each round. And then we're going to do a 3rd round where I'm just going to guide you through where to tap, and I'm going to invite you to say any limiting beliefs for yourself that are coming up around leadership. So maybe the ones that I said in the first 2 rounds don't really align for you, and that's okay. So that 3rd round is really for you to tune into what's coming up for you around leadership that might be holding you back from really stepping into your power as the leader that you are here to be. And after that 3rd round, then we're going to go into 1 round of positive affirmations. So really allowing yourself to feel into those positive statements around leadership. I will guide you through 1 round where I will say all of the positive things around leadership that I personally align with, and then I will guide you through 1 time just telling you where to tap, and again invite you to say whatever is coming through for you. So whatever you do want to believe and do want to embody around leadership. Okay, so let's get started. You can do this with your eyes open or closed. I will talk you through what we're doing, so if you want to close your eyes, that's totally fine. So begin to the sides of your hand where your pinkies are, just gently tapping them together, and then say, even with these doubts around leadership, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even with these doubts around leadership, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even with these doubts around leadership, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, and now we're going to start our tapping. So I like to typically do it with both of my hands, 2 fingers on each hand. We will tap under the nose and at the chin, and you might want to just do 1 hand for each of those. But otherwise, I typically do it with 2 hands. So taking your 2 hands with 2 fingers each and begin tapping above your eyebrows and repeat after me. I am not a natural leader. I am not a natural leader. Moving to the side of your eyes where your temples are, I don't care enough to be a good leader. I don't care enough to be a good leader. Tapping under your eyes now, I'm such an imposter. I'm such an imposter. Moving to under your nose, I need a title to be a leader. I'm not experienced enough to be a leader. Moving to your chin, I'm not the right person to lead. I don't have all the answers, so I can't lead. Coming to your collarbone, leading means being in control and telling people what to do. Leading means being in control and telling people what to do. Now tapping under your armpit, either side, I'm afraid of failing or making a mistake as a leader. I'm afraid of failing or making a mistake as a leader. Moving to the other side, I don't want the responsibility and pressure of leadership. I don't want the pressure or responsibility of leadership. Coming to the top of your head, who am I to lead? Who am I to lead? And then pausing here for a moment, taking a deep breath. Just noticing how you're feeling, how those words were landing in your body, if you aligned with any of them, if you noticed that some of them ring true for you. We're going to go through another round of tapping just like that. I'll say another round of phrases, and then we'll pause for a brief breath and check-in. Coming back to above your eyes, who am I to lead? I don't care enough to be a good leader. Coming to the side of your eyes, I'm such an imposter. I'm such an imposter. Now coming below your eyes, if I step into my power, I'll alienate people. If I step into my power, I will alienate people. Coming to above your lip, my calling is too big, too scary, and too unrealistic to pursue. My calling is too big, too scary, and too unrealistic to pursue. Coming to your chin, I don't know the next step to take toward my vision of leadership. I don't know the next step to take toward my vision of leadership. Coming to your collarbone, I'm not a natural born leader. I can't lead others. Coming to under your arm, I don't care enough to be a good leader. I just don't care enough to be a good leader. Other arm, I'm such an imposter, and I'm not experienced enough to lead. Coming to the top of your head, leading means being in control, and I'll have to alienate other people. I don't know how to take the next right step toward my vision. I'm not meant to be a leader. And then pause, taking another nice deep breath, letting it go, and just taking note of how you're feeling in this moment after going through that second round. Noticing if those words have more or less weight than they did the first round. How it's making you feel saying those words. Is it making you feel like, yeah, those are definitely true? Or maybe there's something else there. Maybe that doesn't have to be the truth. Okay, and we're going to go through one more round. This time I am going to be quiet. I'm just going to guide you through where to do the tapping, and I invite you to bring in your own phrases that feel really aligned with your own doubts and limiting beliefs around leadership. If you want to take a moment to jot a few things down or just call to mind what you would like to say, take a moment to do that. Maybe pause this and then come back when you're ready. Okay, so final round of these limiting beliefs around leadership. Again, starting above the eyes. We're going to tap about 8 times at each meridian point. Okay, here we go. Starting above the eyes. Moving to the side of the eyes at the temple. Moving below the eyes. Moving below the nose, just repeating whatever phrase is coming into your mind about your doubts around leadership. Coming to your chin. Collarbone, even if it's the same phrase over and over, whatever is there for you, whatever is present, just saying it out loud now. Under your arm. Other arm. And finally, the top of the head. Stop, taking a pause, taking another deep breath, letting it go, and taking a moment to just see how you're feeling in your body with these words, noticing if anything's moving through, if you're feeling more or less attached to any of these beliefs around leadership. Now we're going to do a round reciting some positive beliefs around leadership, and I will walk you through the whole first round with beliefs that you can repeat after me, and then we'll do the same thing where you can come up with some of your own phrases to say around leadership and the kind of leader you want to be and the kind of view you want to have on leadership. So coming to above the eyes, right above the eyebrows, and let's start tapping. I am worthy of stepping into my full potential. I am worthy of stepping into my full potential. Coming to the side of the eyes, I give myself permission to step fully into my power. I give myself permission to step fully into my power. Coming under your eyes, I am a natural born leader. I am a natural born leader. Above your lip, below your nose, I trust my inner guidance. And I am creating positive change in this world in my own unique way. Coming to your chin, I lead through my actions, my values, and how I show up. My unique strengths are valuable. Coming to your collarbone, I can and do lead from where I am right now. I am learning and growing as a leader every single day. Coming under your arm, I empower others by showing up fully in my power. I empower others by showing up as the leader I know I'm here to be. Coming onto the other side under your arm, I am stepping into alignment with my authentic self, with my full power, and with my leadership potential. I own my voice and my truth. Coming to the top of the head, I am a powerful, caring, compassionate, world-changing leader. I am a caring, compassionate, world-changing leader. And pausing to take a nice deep breath, noticing what phrases you really aligned with or felt good as you were saying them, and taking a moment now to check in and see how you're feeling after saying those words. And then I invite you to take a few moments to think about the type of leader and leadership you want to embody. Maybe writing down a few words or phrases that really align for you that you want to call in now. And we'll go through one final round of tapping. Again, I will be quiet, but I will just guide you through when to move to the next meridian point. And yeah, just allow whatever is coming through to come and own it. We'll begin tapping above the eyebrows. Moving to the side of the eyes, reciting any positive affirmations and beliefs about leadership that feel truly aligned for you. Coming to under the eyes. Under the nose. To the chin. To the collarbones. Embodying what it looks like for you to show up in your full potential as a leader. Whatever phrases are coming to mind, speak them now. Coming to under the arm. Other arm. And finally, the top of the head, aligning with your most potent and powerful affirmation around leadership and the leader you want to be. And pause. Taking a nice deep breath in, letting it go. Just notice how you're feeling. If you have a few minutes, maybe getting out a piece of paper and jotting down what came up for you in that process, how it felt to tap on the negative affirmations, and then how it felt to tap on the positive, empowering affirmations. And knowing that you can come back and do this practice with your own words whenever you want and need to, always starting with the hands, reciting 3 times. Even though I have whatever the problem is you've identified, even though I have these doubts around leadership, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Reciting that 3 times before then moving into at least 2 rounds of tapping on the negative beliefs around the problem, leadership in this case. Pausing between each round. And if you don't notice a shift happening, I encourage you to keep going with the tapping on the negative emotions. Keep allowing yourself to come into feeling them. You have to feel them to be able to then move through them. So you can do as many rounds as you need to, tapping on the negative emotions until you feel some kind of a shift. Often for me, that's a shift of like, these words sound so silly, right? Like I start and I'm like, oh yeah, these words, oh, they make me feel so cringe. And then at some point in the tapping process, I start to feel like, why have I given these words so much weight? These words do not define me, and they do not define the leader I'm here to be. So when you do start to notice a bit of a shift, then taking the pause and going through at least 1 round of the more positive affirmations that you've identified for yourself that really align for you around, again, in this moment for this topic around leadership and showing up for your true calling, and tapping at least 1 round through those. Again, continuing on with more rounds if it feels like you haven't quite reached the space that you want to get to with the affirmations. You can tap through changing the phrases, or if something just keeps coming up, tapping through on that one. And then when you're done, just taking a moment to take a deep breath, let those affirmations settle in before then stepping into the rest of your day. So I hope that this exercise has been helpful to help you move through some of the stuckness that you might be feeling around leadership and stepping into your full potential, or accepting that you are a leader already right now from where you sit, where you stand, and you are capable, and you are here for a reason, and you are exactly where you need to be in your path with leadership and owning your calling.